dream come true, but I mean, what an amazing journey. I knew you were going to play this.
It's not often a conga changes someone's life.
Put it on Facebook, 1,000, 2,000, I was boasting to my mates. And it's all about the joy, you know, like, there is a lot of emotion. He loved the songs, and I was like, oh, and he said, let's make a record, and I was like, oh, this is amazing. Busking's really influenced my songwriting process. It's a great way, if you have a new song, it's a great way to get a good gauge on what people think. You can play the tune, and if people are tipping, then wow, there's something there. And if they're just walking past, you know you haven't got a Sweet Caroline on your hands, you know? So, I mean, I always wanted to be a musician, and busking is a way of getting an income, of practicing my craft. I really enjoy going out there, testing out new songs, playing some of the great songs, and people love it. Also, you're practicing. I'm practicing my vocals, I'm practicing my... So I would be just doing that in my room. I might as well be out, you know, entertaining the people. It's all about the audience, because without the audience, you're just writing songs in your room, you know. So what can I do to connect to the audience? And that is really the mindset I have with every song now. And there can be a really deeply personal, cathartic song, but you still have an eye on the audience. And on great storytelling too, you know. I'm not just sat there telling about my life. A lot of these ideas are from stories, you know. But as far as the songwriting process goes, I mean, it could be I'm just sort of playing the guitar and come up with like a catchy chord progression, or I could just be walking down the street and see like a phrase on a wall, or hear a conversation and think, oh, that would make a good lyric. And sometimes I'll have a dream about a melody, and I sort of wake up at night and I'm recording the melody. So that's really how the birth of an idea. I'm really inspired to write music from, you know, growing up around music. My parents were music fans, they weren't musicians. And so I was really into music at a young age. I've always loved music. I think it has a great power to bring people together. It's about, you know, learning all the time as much as you can, and just go and have amazing experiences. And then when you come to the writing process, you'll have all these ideas that you can sort of feed off and grow. Many musicians will know, just getting on your instrument, it's just so freeing. There's a real bliss to sitting with the instrument. Really, I see education as being as if I was a painter, and education is the paints. And then the more I read and study, the more paints or colours or melodies or ideas that I can have to put into the songs. I follow education for that, but you don't have to follow education. You can go into the world and experience it. I think to be a songwriter, you do have to sort of watch people. You have to be a people watcher. You have to like study life and study people. And when I write songs, it's become like my life now, just writing songs. So I do what many musicians do, and I've got my phone and I carry around what used to be called a dictaphone, which is now like voice memos. So yeah, any idea. So you can have a dream and there's a melody in a dream, you just wake up, bang, you know, got the guitar out and just found the chord progression for that melody. You know, get the chord progression. So it might just be a 8-second, and then I'll put the melody line, or it could be, you know, it could be the whole song could come in moments. But I found that Songzap is great for really taking it from an idea into an actual song. For me, what Songzap enables me to do is just get my ideas down, and then I can either take them to a producer or to a guitarist or a pianist or a violinist, whoever wants to come in and sort of say, these are my ideas. For my producer, it's just so much better for me to go with Songzap to him and say, look, these are all my ideas. You're able to communicate so much more to people through using the different layers that Songzap allows you to record on. Because I can then go to my producer, not just with me singing, but with all these ideas and a sort of structure. But that's not to say that that ends the process, because then you and the producer might say, well, actually this song needs shortening, or it needs lengthening, or it needs a bridge, or we need to move this around to make it more pleasant for the listener. And so there's another stage to it as well. And you want that when you're demoing your stuff to people. You want them to have a pleasurable listening experience. You know, when I'm writing songs, it is a craft. So, like Michelangelo says, he saw the angel in the rock and he had to carve out the angel. So for me, the song is kind of there, but you do have to craft it. So with the melody line, I will go to the piano and I will tighten up the melody. I might have it in my mind, but the piano allows me to actually get the correct notes. And the song is already there in an idea form, and you have to chip away and you have to carve and create. It's the songwriting is a craft.
I believe in it. Saw the way through the south side stand, there's nothing left to say. Maybe I'm losing it. I'm sorry, excuse me, but get out of my way. I know how it feels. You compare to me. It's hard to believe you're not